it's not morning to you, but it's morning here in Vegas, and there we go. I actually wasn't even planning on recording yet, but I started playing this morning as I always do first thing in the morning, and I was actually in a state of flow that I just really wanted to share because I made a video, I think a couple days ago, about the timing of everything. If the timing isn't right, if it doesn't feel right, the timing isn't right. And the opposite of that is also true. If it feels right, the timing is right. It doesn't necessarily mean I have to wait until later to record like I usually do, because I was just playing in this B minor pentatonic, these patterns of B minor pentatonic, and I suddenly felt that I was going into a state of flow more than normal, because lately I've been really working on my timing. And I started to feel that as I was playing, that it was coming through more. And I got that feeling I'm in a state of flow. And I need to share that really quick because I might fall out of it later. And I need to get this on record so that I can go back and listen to it. If my timing gets off again, I can go back and listen to this particular video. And as I was playing, when I was recording, as usual, I got a little nervous, started thinking about what I was going to say afterwards, and I kind of got out of flow and got back into flow. And that's okay, though, because it was still more than normally it is when I'm on camera. So I'm glad, I'm happy for that. And what can I say? This morning, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to go eat my second breakfast. I think this is my routine. I normally get up and eat and play for a while and then eat again and then do my workout. And anyway, that's the first part of my day. I don't need to bore you with all the details of my day. That's not as important as it is to say in the big picture. What I'm saying is you have to strike while the iron is hot. That if you get one of those moments in life, remember what we talked about a few days ago, is that life is not a constant existence, but a series of moments. And even if you only get a handful of moments that are these great moments, you can say that you've had a good life. When you get those moments, you have to really take advantage of those. And I don't want to say that they're scarce, but I think if we view them as too abundant, we don't enjoy them as much either. So that's that sweet spot between abundancy and scarcity, where the median lies, where the best parts of the good life are. And I think it was Aristotle that said something like the median between a vice and a virtue is kind of the sweet spot, I guess. I don't know. I need to go back and look at that to see if I'm saying that right. But for instance, bravery is a virtue. But the virtue is the medium between two extremes. So if bravery is a virtue, it's between being so brass that you'll just do anything and you don't have any fear at all, and being a coward. And so that sweet spot is in between those two, and that's the virtue. And it's the same thing with anything else in life, basically that sweet spot. When we're talking about between abundancy and scarcity, I always say it's better to view things as abundant, especially those things that are important to you, because they are. But there's also kind of a sweet spot where the best part of life is if you're kind of in between. I say maybe it's because of my personal views. I need to shoot a little bit more towards abundancy because I've spent a long time viewing these important things more as scarce. And that's my sweet spot. I need to shoot more for abundancy. But if you have viewed things as abundant, maybe you've had things your whole life that within arm's reach that you don't have to work for. I don't know your situation. Maybe you need to shoot more towards scarcity a little bit, and towards realizing that these things, you have to take advantage of them while they are there in order to enjoy life. And how you view things. It's all about your perspective. You can view things as abundant or scarce, depending on how you want to keep or change your own perspective. Anyway, as usual, I'm going all over the place here and I'm going to rein it in. But at least I feel like my playing was better this time than it normally is. Not perfect. I'm still working. I'm still a work in progress. Again, I will say thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Please like and share the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.